Hello and welcome to Bite Size History, History of the United Kingdom, brought to you by AI Cast. I'm your host Aidan. In this episode, we will explore the role of warfare and weaponry in Bronze Age Britain. Warfare was a common feature of Bronze Age society, and it played an important role in shaping the cultural landscape of the period. The development of new technologies and weapons, such as bronze metalworking, had a significant impact on the nature and conduct of warfare in the period. The Bronze Age was a period of significant social and cultural change in Britain. With the arrival of the beaker culture and the emergence of new forms of social organization, warfare became a more common and widespread phenomenon. Communities and chiefdoms often engaged in conflict with one another over resources, territory, and prestige. The development of new technologies and weapons had a significant impact on the nature and conduct of warfare in the period. The use of bronze metal for tools and weapons, for example, allowed for the creation of more effective and durable weapons, such as swords, spears, and axes. These weapons were more lethal and effective than their earlier counterparts, and they had a significant impact on the nature and conduct of warfare. The use of chariots was another important development in Bronze Age warfare. Chariots were fast and mobile vehicles that could be used to quickly move troops and supplies across the battlefield. They were often used in conjunction with other weapons, such as bows and arrows or spears, to create a more effective and coordinated attack. The use of defensive structures and fortifications was also an important feature of Bronze Age warfare. Communities and chiefdoms often constructed defensive walls, ditches, and ramparts to protect themselves from attack. These structures were often accompanied by watchtowers and other forms of surveillance to detect and repel attacks. The nature and conduct of Bronze Age warfare varied depending on factors such as region, social status, and cultural influence. However, there were some common themes and elements that can be discerned across the period. For example, warfare was often characterized by raiding and plundering, in which communities and chiefdoms would attack and pillage neighboring communities for resources and prestige. The use of defensive structures and fortifications was also an important aspect of Bronze Age warfare, as communities and chiefdoms sought to protect themselves from attack. The impact of Bronze Age warfare was significant for the wider society and culture of the period. Warfare created new patterns of power and authority, as successful leaders were able to extend their influence and control over larger territories. Warfare also created new opportunities for economic growth and development, as successful communities and chiefdoms were able to control and exploit resources and trade networks. However, the impact of Bronze Age warfare was not always positive. Warfare often resulted in the displacement or assimilation of local populations, and it created new forms of inequality and oppression. The use of defensive structures and fortifications also had a significant impact on the landscape of Britain, as communities and chiefdoms sought to protect themselves from attack. Bronze Age warfare and weaponry were important features of the period, and they had a significant impact on the social and cultural landscape of Britain. The development of new technologies and weapons, such as bronze metalworking and chariots, had a significant impact on the nature and conduct of warfare. The use of defensive structures and fortifications also played an important role in protecting communities and chiefdoms from attack. The impact of Bronze Age warfare was complex and varied, and it had both positive and negative consequences for the wider society and culture of the period. Despite the significant impact of Bronze Age warfare and weaponry, there is still much that we do not know about the nature and conduct of warfare in the period. The archaeological record is often incomplete, and many aspects of Bronze Age warfare remain shrouded in mystery. However, ongoing research and analysis continue to shed new light on this important aspect of Bronze Age society. One area of ongoing research is the study of human remains from Bronze Age battlefields. Analysis of skeletal remains can provide valuable insights into the nature and conduct of warfare, as well as the physical and psychological toll that it took on individuals. Advances in technology and analytical techniques have made it possible to extract DNA and other biomolecular data from ancient bones, opening up new avenues for research into the genetic and biological aspects of Bronze Age warfare. Another area of ongoing research is the study of defensive structures and fortifications. Archaeologists and historians continue to uncover new examples of defensive structures and fortifications from Bronze Age Britain, providing valuable insights into the strategies and tactics employed by communities and chiefdoms to protect themselves from attack. The use of remote sensing techniques, such as LiDAR, has also made it possible to detect and map previously unknown defensive structures, further expanding our understanding of Bronze Age warfare. In conclusion, the study of Bronze Age warfare and weaponry is a fascinating and important area of research that continues to shed new light on the social and cultural landscape of the period. Warfare was a common and widespread phenomenon in Bronze Age Britain, and it had a significant impact on the development of the period. The development of new technologies and weapons, such as bronze metalworking and chariots, had a significant impact on the nature and conduct of warfare, as did the use of defensive structures and fortifications. Ongoing research and analysis continue to uncover new insights into this important aspect of Bronze Age society, and there is still much to be learned about the complex and varied nature of Bronze Age warfare and weaponry. Thank you for listening. If you liked the show, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time on Bite Size History.